useless. In a world where human rights are too often ignored, where justice feels out of reach and peace is threatened by inequality, GBB stands tall. We champion the rights of every Nigerian, at home and abroad. Justice isn't a privilege, it's a right. Peace isn't optional, it's essential. We fight for equity, dignity, and the protection of human rights. GBB is more than a voice, it's a movement. We're Talk Na Do. We speak up, we stand up, and we act. Together, we can build a Nigeria where every voice is heard and every citizen is valued. GBB Advocacy for human rights, justice, peace, and equity. Join us. Be the voice, be the change. Contact us on +234 707 7708 297 0803 330 6500. Introducing GBB Advocacy.
Good afternoon. This afternoon, you're welcome on our Tuesday program Advocacy. As you all know, we are not just alone here. I'm here live on the studio with my very senior colleague. He's going to introduce himself. My name is Engineer Ibrahim Moses Igoche, the voice of the voiceless and the channel of the ordinary people, Jagaban Talakawa Italawa. So, over to you, my brother.
Well, yeah, my name is Mike Agada, better known as General Magada. And of course, it's unlikely for me to say, don't mind my boss. Because actually, that shows the level of his humility. I'm actually his boy. And I'm learning a lot from him. I am an AOP and a public affairs analyst. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and viewers all over the world, members of the Grassroots Bridge with us. We are back again live on air and to continue the shiri, where of waiting with the talk all this while. So this is now our second episode of the advocacy for the right of the people. And for those that cannot speak for themselves, we are not saying we're the best people who can speak for you, but we are using the opportunity and the privilege where God can give us now, waiting with the use, they talk to you. So good afternoon, wherever there on this program. So the advocacy for the right of the people, him with it. And on this program, we also have our brothers where they connect to us, where they inside this advocacy with us. We get knowledge on how this thing will take support our brothers, our sisters, where they involved in this whole cry where they can come. So, General Bagada, you're welcome to this our program. Once again, thank you very much for coming. Last week, I actually expected you to be here live, and you couldn't make it because of one or two challenges. I was told you were assigned an official assignment.
Yes.
Thank God you are here today. It was a very wonderful one last week.
I actually watched it live.
That's right.
It was cool.
That's right. So
what the boss man is simply saying is that when it touched the average Nigerian, it touches us directly.
That's true. Yeah. That is true. So today Nigerians be expecting to hear from us what is the next level, what are the procedures that are being in place. And one thing they are missing is when people are out to put a solution in place. A lot of people misunderstand it and then turn it the other way. But the truth is that we must continue to do what we are doing because our concern is that make everybody happy at the end of the day. So our brother Day for Life, before I cover this, make we greet our brother if they hear us this afternoon. Our brother Ambassador Isaac, good afternoon. If you can hear us, how are you, sir?
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Well done,
Thank
sir.
you, Thank you, Ambassador. Here will be our brother.
Good afternoon, our analyst. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, the ambassador. 21 gods.
More grace. More grace. More grace.
So, Ambassador, thank you very much. You see, a good Friday, you go feel good weekend now from Friday, where we take
That's right.
by the grace of God, this is a good Friday, and Friday
Amen.
for our assignment now. When things begin to happen the way where we want, and
That's right.
we get nothing to say that God, we thank you for coming to our aid this time around. That our voice, our need is most needed. So, Barrister, don't give us update. And those who they watch us, Reverend Dr. Bartholomew Abochenu, they stand by for one or two questions. And thank God, Ambassador is already here with us. The barrister will soon join us live on air. We have made a lot of tremendous improvements. The agitation that was coming since this set of people joined the advocacy, people begin to understand more that actually all hopes are not lost. Yeah. That even if the ground handler is not able to deliver, the people who has been waiting, who has done everything humanly possible, they also have a second option. Yeah. That option is where we are letting the government know. And anywhere that the government is involved in delaying the disbursement, right? We are also trying to relate everything to the government, that this is what we are getting from the public domain, from the grant handler, and most of the senior citizens that are working with these people. But if this is real, then the government might need to maybe carry the citizens along. Yeah. So on that note, we are here. You can see it's even very clear. You can see it from here. Every of these documents, these are names of NGOs. All these documents you are seeing, these are names of NGOs. Now, this document I am showing you, they are CEOs of NGOs. You can see this again. These are names of NGOs.
Registered and recognized.
Registered, recognized, that we are shortlisting. But the only challenge that the people are getting now is, you can see all of these names, address, account details of NGOs. This is live database. Now, the challenges we're having, some of the writings, they are not very clear. Some people write in a rush. Yeah. Some people write in Arabic. Some people write in Chrislam. Some people even write in the Idoma language. But it's difficult for them to compute it. Yeah. But still, you know, all hope are not lost, because some of them have telephone numbers. Yeah. So they have to call them. So it's a whole lot of assignment that is going on at the back end office, because some people might not know all of these activities. So now I am also telling them that since we are going to give them opportunity to do the necessary documents that will stand for them and speak for them, it's possible that the ones that we cannot compute from here, we can always get back to the people to reach out to them. So we are saying how possible it is for us to communicate downline. But I know Ambassador Isaac is in the core grant community, the 6 of them from the 6th zone. They know what to do. Ambassador, what is your take in this? Because we don't want to have wrong computation on the system, because we're having challenge seriously on the writings. Some of them are not clear. So we want to reach out to the people and see how wide that this information can go on the ground. So please, any idea so that we can call Barrister online to update us?
All right. Thank you very much, Engineer Igoche, and our special analyst in the house. Well done, sir. Yes, sir. I just want to suggest that thank God that this platform is on for the world to listen to what the advocacy is doing to make sure that everybody is brought on board and everybody at the end of the day is happy. So I would want to suggest, which I know it won't be too much, if there is a way we could connect, believe that those of us who are grant handlers, I mean, those that are NGO owners like the CEO, definitely have some records on ground, even though due to a whole lot of challenges here and there, some people had issues with their offices, some could not maintain their office, could not maintain their staffs, and there's some staffs that were promised one thing or the other. Since it couldn't come, some of them cut away with the documents that they have, the datas, and all of that. But I believe that based on this new development that is on board right now, we could still connect ourselves, and whatever uh, uh, documentations that we can get, whatever documents we can get from ourselves, we can begin to put them together. Because just like you rightly said, I think was it last week or so, the government does not understand the language of online. Everything they want to see is facts. They want to see document. They want to see a proper documentation before they can begin to lend their voice into what is on ground. So I would suggest that we go back to our various NGOs and begin to do. We get all the necessary information that we can get for now, because definitely we can't have every one of them, as it were, but at least let's have something that we can work with. So my advice or my take on this is that let's see how we can connect with other CEOs, NGO owners, and see how we can get some of these documents from them. And from there, we can also use that to move forward. Thank you.
All right. I think I buy to this idea because there is an existing structure on ground that
Yes.
everybody was connected to, which is referred to as model NGOs, and all
That's
of these people are under them,
That's
the
it.
foster heads and then the beneficiaries. So then when the document, the atomy and the affidavit is ready, that will also help us again, because the authority requests the affidavits in the atomy, and that will also capture the names of the NGO properly, and then their current details that will be required for further engagement, because it's a legal document from the NGOs to the consultant.
That's right.
My duty, I promise that I will give the voice. I will use my channel to communicate, to reach out to the people at all levels. We must
That's
do
right.
that, so that everybody will not be left aside. From the one, I'm a consultant who stand for the ordinary people. I call them the ordinary people because they don't have any say, and
Voice.
people are not speaking for them. The voice is too low. So, and you don't need to be so rich to speak out for your people.
That's right.
And people misunderstand it, that you must have everything. Sometimes leadership is not by age. Leadership can be selective. God give leadership.
That's right.
And if the leadership is given to you, and you play with the gift of leadership, just like you are playing with the gift of music, the gift of musicianship is a gift of leadership. You communicate with music to the people. You check what is emotionally disturbing the people. You put it into song to be meditated into them, and then make a change. That is music. That's the gift of musicianship. So when I call some people, when this opportunity came, said we can cry to the government. They said everybody has been doing that. Many people, they call, they do this, and I ask them, I don't know, but there is something that we think we need to do. We need to seek counsel, because we may be acting in an ignorant, and there is no ignorant before the law.
That's right.
And what we're doing, we are praying so that those that are involved, because the threat of we are going to strike, we are going to protest, we are going to do this, we have suffered a lot as a people. And if there is any outbreak at the ground community, it is still with the people that are still going to suffer it.
Yes.
I can tell you this thing: when there's outbreak in the ground community, there will be no ground handler that is going to be affected, because they have the capacity to disappear.
Yeah, that's right.
They have the capacity to be anywhere, to even have the Nigerian police, the Nigerian forces, to protect them against the citizens.
That's right. That's right.
So that is why this approach is the best approach. Let's go through all the processes that the government wants us and every other legal unit wants it, so that when the issues come in, all regulations is in place. Which is the first thing, is to get the affidavit that yes, I'm a member of this, and I did this, and I did this. They have already given us, they are reviewing it now with the PCRC unit. which you are supposed to be there today before the meeting was shifted to the next other possible days that will come. And then it's because we want, if the government cannot help the people, the international organization is going to help the people. If the force is too much, there are three hierarchies when one is crying for help. If I cry internally, I can't get support, I will cry externally. But we don't need to cry externally yet because we have not sought for support yet. We have always been saying, get this person arrested. Why do we get this person arrested, for God's sake? The person who says he wants to give us grant is we here. So why don't we go to the right process to ask the question, why are we getting the person arrested? When we gave the money, there was no arrest. We used to see, we used to discuss, we used to be together, isn't it? Why now that we can't be together? Why now that we can't see the same offices that we have been going? Why now that we can't have the same meeting that we used to have? So that we can find out what is the solution to this long-standing. So the separation among the NGO CEOs is one of the major problems why the Nigerian government is adamant. Because these NGOs are the second government of this nation. NGOs are the second government. That is what I was told. That when the country is challenged, the NGO comes in. Now, are we not challenged? Are we not in the 9th hour right now? So when the NGOs should come in, and we are not together. The NGOs are not together. There is no governing body. They have them in government, they have them in paper, but it's not in reality. This advocacy is not for grant alone, it's for a lot of things. The complainants is coming, the landlord and whatever, that one is thousands. They talk about investment, those who did investment, who bought houses, and they are not able to get the return of investment of their houses is in thousands. But the grant community, they are human, they are people that doesn't need much. They just need intervention from the government if nothing can be done. So let's get the barrister online. Just hold on now. I'll bring him online so that we can update him of this fear. He will advise us very properly on how to go about it. So, General. So this is the situation that we are. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon, barrister. Can you hear us?
Yes. Good afternoon.
Afternoon. How are you?
Okay, we are fine. And you?
Thank you very much. We are fine. I'm in the studio, not alone. I'm here with my very senior colleague. His name is General Magada, the microphone general. He's a public analyst, and he's here with us today. Live on air, Ambassador Isaac is with us too, and every other person is watching live. Messages are coming in. They are also congratulating you. They are thanking you for the effort you are putting for opening up these areas of challenge and making them see the necessary things to do in order to have this assistance. I call it assistance because they are pleading. We are not fighting. We are pleading to the government and also pleading to our ground handlers.
Let them, like they have to say their prayers.
Yes, their prayers. Understand? So let them come up with something. Be of help to them too. We may be able to speak to them as well and see how we can resolve it. So we have some challenges. What we are saying to our brother, he just gave us an insight now. The people that have done accreditation, there are a lot of them here. Well, all the documents are here. Thousands of the documents are here. And the people that are computing it are finding it difficult in some of the writing because some of them write in Igbo language like me, some write in Idoma language, also write in Igbo too. So it's very difficult for all of them to understand it. You can see that all the phones are ringing because people want to come into the conversation. And that is what we want. So he said that they will go back to their roots, that they have all their CEOs before now. And then they also have a channel of communication that is information dissemination techniques is intact. That the problem was the separation, that people have gone far from each other and all of that. So we'll take this time with this platform, like I said, GBB will give them the advocacy.
We're trying to ensure that the Falcon hears the Falconer.
Aha!
Yeah.
The general here is a reggae master. Maybe he's going to entertain us little before, because this is the only time we need joy now. So, Barrister, he said he's going to do that for us. So, good afternoon. The whole world is listening to you. Introduce yourself and then open up the floor for us so that we can go into question and answer immediately as we mobilize.
I appreciate everyone, both those outside the studio and those in the studio. I appreciate everybody. And we also give them the glory for the privilege to meet at this time. I am Barrister George. I am Barrister George Iwanyamu, one of the pushers of straight channel of justice, the human rights advocacy organization. However, we are here not by our own, but by the providence to do our best to help humanity to the best of our ability. So I appreciate everybody.
Thank you very much, Barrister, for this wonderful introduction, gallantly, without effort. So it's effortlessly because it's your name. We are very proud of you, and thank God you have given the landing page already. The stooge is a straight triangle of justice, the arm of the human rights that is connected and is actively working in the law that governs the federal government when it gets to the right of the people. And they are actively with us. They are the people that are giving the facelift to the ordinary people when it gets to justice. So thank you very much for this humble introduction. My brother Isaac is greeting you too. Is our white man. When people are looking for their white man, this is my own white man. Understand? Isaac is my own white man. Oh, Isaac. So
it's my pleasure.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure.
Okay. Isaac is also saying hi to you too. So, Barrister, on this program today, we have 3 persons that are going to be joining us, and they have also sent in their questions, asking what would be the best way for people to access this attorney, the power of attorney, and the affidavits, to be able to go around and make it as fast as possible as the law demands. So the suggestion here before me, they say, one, it has to be electronic copy of the affidavit and the power attorney, that whatever needed to be signed, to be filled, it has to be electronic copy so that people can access it from wherever they are. And I key to that suggestion as well, because when you tell somebody to go to the court, to go and sworn an affidavit, get the power of attorney that I am this for the straight triangle of justice to start, it involves a lot of things, human stress, and with all of this. So I think in this one, it will cut down the bottleneck yeah, and make it simple for them. So we are going to refer back to the stooge and see how they can get the soft copy directly on the landing page, where the masses can access it and do the necessary things for this opportunity. So what do you think about that, Barrister? Do we have the right to do it electronically, or it must be handy? What is that? Let us know the side of the law.
Ordinarily, when it comes to the reason for the affidavit certification, is nothing but to obtain a legal consent. Obtaining a legal consent, and also to affirm that the people who are behind the scene are in sincerity are real human beings. They are real human beings, not they are 1 billion, and when it comes to ascertainment, you cannot be able to ascertain the numbers. So that when you are fighting or presenting whatever before anybody, you have the level ground. They have given you access, the authority to act on behalf without fear of favor. It is a level ground. So it is like a foundation upon which anybody can do anything. It is easy to speak, but action is a different thing. So bringing it in hard copy or soft copy, whichever way it could get to our domain, it doesn't matter. Whether it is in hard copy or in soft copy, the important thing is that we are seeing names. We are seeing names, we are seeing everything about this person, we have the document. We can't present it anywhere. Whatever thing we are doing, the content is there. So bringing the affidavit, they have already given to us. As a representative, on behalf of this, we are not doing whatever thing we are doing. They will be hearing it, they will see it. And once you are facing people with legal entity as well, so you must come legally. So, however, to avoid the cumbersome nature of what we are doing that may be presented, soft copy will be preferably.
All right, Isaac, thank God you're here live and others are going to be watching. A lot of people are on the live. I can see them too. We can now go with the soft copy to enable us, check these numbers at me, to enable us get this round on time, and then to prevent our people from going through a lot of stress of going from one court to another court, doing that, and they have been going through this stress already. So we will adopt that procedure. But meanwhile, after this broadcast, the voice will go round and then see how we can get it across to our people. So, Barrister, I will also urge you to please speak to your unit to hasten up and get this document all on the accessible platform where the people can access it and provide every information required for the unit to work with it. It will go a long way to help this situation. The number is not correct?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get it. So, Barrister, hold on. We have 3 critical states that they wanted us to quickly run on them. We have Lagos State, we have Kano, we have Abuja, we have Rivers, we have Nasarawa, we have Plateau. These states, they want the urgent data of these people, actually the subscriber of this cry. I call it cry because they can't help themselves at this point in time. So now we are going to appoint the coordinators of those states because they need to get us the feedback. There are other cases that are in those states that are critical, and they also want us to look at it because our mandate is to ensure that there's no uprising in any of the units that has to do with grassroots. And because the grassroots often suffered a lot of silence, most especially when they are under attack or something. So on that note, we will make sure that everything that we need to do, we will put it across to the state coordinators of those states and then give them the necessary information how to be of help to us and to the masses in terms of this mobilization and compilation of those NGOs who are thinking in Kano. They said that the Christians are using this to defraud them. You can see that they are beginning to tribalize the incident, but I am telling them that it is not true. Both the Christians and the Muslims, they are all victims of the grants in Nigeria. And if it's the high time that we understand the fact that we must continue to say the truth. Not every time using tribalism or bringing...
So the process is devoid of any form of sentiment.
Exactly. So we will not accept any sentiment from anybody. We will treat everybody as equal as they can. That's the way we're going to do it. And sorry, Reverend Dr. Bartholomew is trying to get across to us. So let me reach him. Maybe he will have something to tell us because he's also watching live. And for him to start calling now, maybe he has something very important to tell us. Let's find out. Reverend Bartholomew Abochenu is one of the elder statesmen in the grant community who has the history of grants in Nigeria. He's always with us on this program, and he's a member of the advocacy as well. I'm calling him now. Let him pick. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 states are very, very important for us now to. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you? God bless you, sir. Sorry, with your call, but Barrister was breaking something down, and I know you were watching the program live. That's why you want to reach us. We have a very fast question for you, even though we have made some suggestion. The past list that we have, those that did the accreditation during the one-day summit, the units that are compiling it, they are having very serious issue with some of the write-ups because some are writing in Arabic, some are in English, some are in a hurry, and all of that. So we also said that for the fact that we are still going to give them the opportunity to fill the affidavits and the power of attorney, that will also help us to recover those people that were not able to get their name correctly. That is one. Then the second one, information dissemination techniques. So this information, how fast we can communicate to our people who are far away from us. And then Isaac suggested, because he's live with us right now, that the NGOs in the grant ecosystem, they have CEOs platforms. And on these CEOs, they can reach out to them now, seeing clearly that this is another opportunity for God to wipe our tears and not to let down anybody who is trying to assist us or trying to give hand in hand to the grant community. And how can we be of help to those that want us to work with them? So all of that he has told us to. And then we went ahead to say, what is going to be the best process of we getting this affidavit done without stressing the people because they are already been very stressed. So we also suggest we find out from the barrister if it's going to be acceptable for us to have access to electronic copy of this document and find a way to seamlessly resolve it from our comfort zone to avoid more stress on the subscribers. And that was adopted too. So he's going to come up with the procedures on how we are going to get access to this detail. So these are things we have been discussing. So now that you're with us, what is your take? And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 states: Lagos, Kano, Abuja, Rivers, Nasarawa, and Plateau, to quickly come up with appointed state coordinator for the advocacy. And we have our standard. One of the standards is that the NGO head there must have an office to be able to take on cases, to accept dialogue, and also to have meetings with his followers once that is required. So these are the things mentioned so far. So welcome this afternoon. You may introduce yourself and then pick on one or two of these and also adopt if that we have discussed is okay by you. Thank you very much, sir. Welcome.
Once again, I remain Reverend Dr. Bartholomew Abochenu, the elder statesman in the granted ecosystem. On my own, I have an NGO called Volunteers for Refuge Foundation Worldwide, headquartered in Abuja here. To God be the glory. And a very quick one,
I wouldn't go into the rhetorics of what has happened in the grand ecosystem. The short and long of it all is that I have been in the crew. I have been in the story wise, what has been happening in the grand ecosystem. I have much to deliver as far as the information surrounding all this is concerned. Well, picking it up from how information would get to the people, I am a well-connected person. Several NGOs that are in this ecosystem are on our platforms. I have about 80 different WhatsApp platforms now the functional Telegram. These are means of information dissemination. If I decide to let people know whatever happens in the grand ecosystem today, before the eventide, it is everywhere. So I don't think that is an issue. Point number two is in the method of getting people to submit their complaints. I am in tune with your line of thought that we shouldn't get people to come around in the region here to do that. If that can be done electronically, it will help a great deal because these people have been stressed so much, and anything we would like to do, we would like the stress to be brought to the barest minimum. And so, making the thing electronic will go a long way in structuring the engagements of people. Last but not the least, on your question, is getting coordinators across the states that you have mentioned. Where I may have a dissenting voice is them getting an office. These people, they have been stressed beyond measure. And if you decide to make that a condition, then actually it may be needful to help some of these coordinators with how they could get an office. And remember, getting these coordinators is not only the ability to get an office that may be the issue. Getting people that are of character or important. You know, it is grand ecosystem. Is grand ecosystem in Nigeria has been a dicey place. Many often times than not, when you take a step before you know it, there are some criminals in the system. If you take a step before you know it, you have taken 10 steps. Even now, okay, you must get an office, you must get an office, and you appoint a coordinator before you know it. The coordinator will begin to make use of your name to dupe people more and more. I would like us to take a look at that the simpler the thing is, the better it is for us. And I, for one, just like you people know, I have people all across the federation. And I know the categories of people that I have. I want a situation whereby it is indeed simplest for me to run. Many of the people who might be able to do that are people who are not of proven character, which may not be too good for us. And so when we appoint a coordinator, the coordinator knows how to go about getting our jobs done for us whenever there is a job outline or coordinators to accomplish whether they have an office or they don't have an office. All what we are looking forward to is to make sure they play their own rule according to the rule, to make sure that we are composite in what we are about doing, so that we don't have a cog in our wheel of movement.
All right.
These are my few tips about ground. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Reverend Dr. Bartholomew Agbochenu, for throwing light on these areas of concern. I also want to disagree with you on one or two things. The grant community has been in shambles for a couple of years, we'll understand. And the reason were because everything was taken for granted. Nothing was done professionally, not documentation, no proper handling. As a result of this, we will want to make sure that now that the government is involved, the NGOs are involved. We have the NGOs who are in front line now called the Stooge, the Straight Triangle of Justice, who are with us from a very high office, which you know. And these people are not doing it just because of the grant community, they are doing it for other advocacies, issues that will even emanate from the grassroots without even the grant community. To me, the grant community is the least of our concern in this whole race. But because almost all of you were part of the one-day summit and come up with this as one of the areas of concern, this is why we dabble into it for the first time. If the NGO owners does not have offices, the grassroots bridge builders, coordinators in the states, they have offices. And if they have offices, they must have to, because this is an international standard of advocacy that cannot be coordinated under a tree or just from a WhatsApp platform without a contact person to represent the organization that is working for us. We are not doing it just because we want to gather the people. We're doing it just because we want to change the right, the wrongs to right, and continue to maintain in that atmosphere. So we are going to come in at that level and we'll speak to some of our coordinators in the state that have offices. But meanwhile, that does not stop us from going ahead to appoint credible leaders in the states that could stand as coordinators while we work remotely to get that ready, because we need to have an address with our coordinators in the states to avoid all of this issue of going to people, collecting money, or using our name. We are not collecting money from anybody. Whatever anybody is doing is to do their affidavit and do whatever it is done through the government channels. Anything that has to be done, even giving back to the people, is done through the government channel, which that will be discussed later off the platform with the CEOs and the coordinators of the advocacy. So I think I want you to consider that too. Let's do it professionally. Let's do it and let's be able to stand tall in the midst of other people that are going to be joining us later. So Barrister, are you there? Okay, please, what is in your take in this? Because we need a standard. So you still advise us, and I hope you listen to what our daddy just said.
Yes, his point is important to be considered, which in your address, you have also affirmed to that by saying that those that will be the state coordinator must be people of a good character. Because a little change, a little action may jeopardize all the efforts, particularly from the states where the coordinator has a questionable character. So his opinion is a welcoming one, which must be considered in any decision you are taking.
All right, and he has also affirmed to the deployment of the authority documents via the soft copy, and whichever way he's happy with that, and also communicating to the downline, downtrodden, is not a problem, just like Ambassador Isaac said before now. So I think that has been agreed, and it's a welcome development for us to do something more technological, more advanced than the local way of stressing people from state to state that used to happen in the past. And you also requested that you would like to have the names of those grant handlers or those who have put for grant in this country that people subscribe to. I think Reverend Dr. Bartholomew Agbochenu, in our next program, he will make that available for the legal units to have the detail of the numbers of what they call it, NGOs in Nigeria, and then how to go about it. And I know that it have some details and he knows how to get it. Barrister. Are you there, Barrister?
Hello?
Yes, I say you are there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so like I said, Daddy will make it available by next episode, which is next week Tuesday. You will be able to have access to all the names and those who have actually promised grant and using that to help the people or about to help the people or the people are still expecting something for them. All the same, the detail will be made available to you by next week. So that question is solved by now. I think that.
Yes. Okay. Yes, we have no challenge. We have no challenge about that because our intent is just to have information, data. So whichever means or they pick for any of these things is a welcome one to us.
Okay, that's a good one. Daddy will work on that with his team and get back to you. So we have Barrister Yusuf is joining us from Kogi State. They are part of this NGO in Kogi State. They have a very big office in Kogi State, and he has also suggested that he will be a state coordinator of Kogi State. He has worked with us from NASDAQ GBB, and he's still with us. So we'll try to get across to him now. They have sent the picture of the house in Kogi State and everything. These are the kind of people we're saying that we must have a place where people can go, document their complaints, get advice professionally from barristers within the states that are working with us, and then proceed with their document for everything to be done. It's not about grant alone, it's about all cases. Look at the retired police cases, about 10 of them are here with us. Tomorrow now we're taking them to the office there so that we will beg our police officers who still there on duty, who still there offices, so that they will help those who don't retire. Then their money will come so that they will use them all time. Because if you don't work for 35 years and then you can't resign for work, your money no come. It will come be like say we should give them opportunity. Somebody's writing now. Give all of us. What about the? He said, what about the cluster heads? This is a very good question. That some of us, the cluster heads, are promised some amount of money, and that's why we went to get the people and become their head and all of that. So that in this question for cluster head, I don't know. How do you want to address that issue?
I cleared this issue in our last edition
Okay.
of this program. I said this business is not all about NGO heads alone.
Yeah, okay, good.
NGO heads, cluster heads, and even subscribers.
Okay, good.
By the moment this form is designed and it is brought out online, everybody from the head to the toe will come and submit his complaint. When you come to submit your complaint, then you input your designation into that complaint. So it is not only the NGO heads alone that are involved in this matter. What we are doing, it is not only the NGO heads that are going to benefit from it. NGO heads, cluster heads, because the categories or the stages of operation in this ecosystem is individuals, they gather data and they give to the cluster heads. The cluster heads, they gather data and they give to NGO head. The NGO heads, they gather and they give to the grant handler. This has been the trend of things. So if you are not an NGO head, it does not mean that you are out of this trend. You may be an NGO head. If you are NGO head, you have been traumatized. You may be a cluster. I will do that, and you do this, that person refuse. Right. So the whole system is about providing the software for every.
And he spoke about it. From his statement, we have realized here that there are cluster heads, NGO heads, and subscribers. That is to say, there should be a hierarchy in compilation of this. A local government, when the local government chairman finishes, he hands it over to the state government. The state government can now transfer and remit to the federal for an onward action. So if doing this thing in a way, in a hierarchical manner, will assist us to have this data, I think we can adopt it.
I agree with you. I think, what did you think, General? You're here, so
Yeah.
as a public analyst, what do you think?
That's great. They're talking about a system that can guarantee the greater good for the greater number of people. A win-win situation where nobody loses, and then, like the barrister was saying, talking about ensuring that the issue of affidavit to ensure that these are not robots; they are human beings that can be seen,
Yes,
clearly identified, and then ensuring. And then he equally talked about the issue of the affidavit coming in whatever form to reduce the stress of the people. Because you're just talking about some people now writing in Arabic and all of that. So people might not be learned enough to do an internet thing. So if it comes in any other form, then perhaps for those who are not, perhaps it might be permitted so that they will not be excluded.
all right, that is another great achievement on this aspect. It will help us to widely reach out to the people and on time. And what the only reason why we are saying this is to have evidence to present to the concerned offices that we look into this matter. And one of the major challenge before now is coordination, information dissemination techniques, which God has provided for us now. We can reach out to anybody, anywhere, anytime, and with our coordinators in the state now, even if you are not present online, you should be able to have opportunity to come up with us and make exact contribution. So Isaac, you are here with us. So can we hear something from Isaac, please? Because Ambassador Isaac is here with us. So let's hear something from him and all of this, our contribution. What's your take?
All right. Thank you very much. I want to seriously say that the development that is coming up right now is quite encouraging. The developments are something that is really worth celebrating. It's a sign that we're on the right track. Because what is happening on this platform right now as I speak has never happened in the grant ecosystem, even though we know that this whole platform is not just for grant alone, but it's just that the grant ecosystem seems to be swallowing up every other problem that is everywhere, because everybody there are in one way or the other involved in this whole grant saga. So I want to say that this is a very good and welcome development. Having said that, the issue of the means of sending documents and all of that, which had to be electronically done, it's a laudable one, and I think I'm really in support of that, because just like Reverend Bart has said, the people in the grant ecosystem has really gone through a whole lot, because any little opportunity that comes up like this, the people up there just want to siphon from the ordinary man, as it were, down there. So I think this is a very good one. If we can really hasten up our effort on making sure that the necessary documents are made available to the right quarter, so that we can begin to record immediately. And also, like what Reverend Bart said, as regards I think it's Engineer Oguche that said that, because there are people who can't read nor write. In fact, it may surprise you that if not about 30 to 40% of the beneficiaries are people who can't read and write. Because I remember some years back when we had to go into some very interior places, we had some people who are working with us who had to help the women, those old women, those old men, to be doing all the writings and all of that. So I think it's also a welcome idea to make sure that everybody is being carried along, even though may the soul of the departed rest in peace. We can't carry those ones along now. That's why we have a column in some of our database where if one of the persons is demised, you can have somebody like the next of king who can take over and also benefit from whatever it is that the person labored for before he passed on. So I think this is a very good welcome idea. And also, as regards the office issue, just like Engineer Goche said, we are not doing anything in a local form here, because in the grant ecosystem, the truth is that we have not really had a proper database. We have not really had a proper recording of all the activities. And that makes everything look so fraudulent in the system. So I agree with that to make it more professional, because advocacy is a professional organization. It's not a wishy-washy thing. So for as many of us who God has blessed one way or the other, to make venues available at the various local government and whichever area we're going to be operating from, it will really help people over there in various states to know that this is real. It's not a robotic thing. It's real people working. So, and when people gather in a place and they see somebody that they can talk to one-on-one, it makes them feel at home. That what is happening here is real. So I think all of these ideas are a very good one. And we trust God that in the shortness of time, we'll all be reaping the benefits of our labor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my brother. I just showed one office now. The office I'm just showing you right now in the screen, that is Port Harcourt office, River State.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Yes, that is River. You can see somebody donated that office, and then
wow. God bless him. God bless him.
Went ahead. Yes, this is also inside the office.
Wow, wow. This is quite encouraging. This is a huge one.
The kind of things was already. This is support this project because they want to see that this will help to put an end to a lot of challenge that we're facing. Organization matters first. So it's like Daddy wanted to say something.
That's
I don't know, maybe. Okay, right. Go on, Daddy. Yes, go on.
You want to disagree with me We are not disagreeing here.
Yes, sir.
The idea of office is a very fine one.
Okay, sir.
What I was just trying to say is before you can get people to be possessors of those facilities, it's not always very easy to get people who are honest that will be in possession of those facilities. And you're talking about that facilities, you're trying to give opportunities for people to go and begin to extort people before they package those things together. That was just the point I was just trying to make. But nonetheless, everybody knows that getting facility of that kind is the best. And as a matter of fact, we are going to work together to make sure that we achieve that feat. That is number one. Number two, I want to express my gratitude to the barrister for understanding the point that that I was trying to make. That is why I'm always in tune with legal practitioners. No wonder they call them learned colleagues.
That is it now. Barrister is appreciating you now because you are giving him kudu.
No matter how ignorant you are, anyhow you are trying to address people, you already know where they are going. I am particularly very happy with you because he has understood the area I am going. And I want to hammer on it still because my walls, they are filled with people calling me, oh, that's this man. What about us that are not NGOs? What about us that are not closer hits? We suffer so much in this grand ecosystem. What is going to happen to us? I said, no, don't worry. What I and the chair are doing, we're bringing the Tom, Dick, and Harry into this business. Nobody will be left out. And so, as a matter of fact, in a more concise form, as Barrister is going to design the form, the affidavit, it will be in hierarchy. The one for the NGO, the commitment of the NGO in the form hierarchy will be different from that one of the cluster head. And that one of the cluster head will be different from that one of the ordinary subscriber. We will put our heads together to make sure that it is concisely designed to carry everybody along. That's just what I love.
Thank you very much, Daddy. I also agree with you.
Positive vibration.
Daddy, what you say is positive.
It move we body, shake up we bones. Send a sheep back to we head to it toe. It's a touch, it's a word, it's a beat. It is a life, I feel irony.
That's what you said, we agree. That's why we give you this positive vibration. That we like it. So, Barrister, I think we're good to go on this so far agreement and the take from Daddy and our brother Isaac. I'm trying to reach the guy from Kogi State because he's actually waiting on us. Let me get this right number out, and then they will send us the screenshot of the office in Kogi State. I have been there before. It's close to the police area command in the city center of Kogi State, and the guy is part of us and he's a barrister and is willing to contribute his expertise and all of that to ensure that we achieve also in Kogi State. Because the last time I was in Kogi State, some complaint also came in Kogi State as well. So let me look at his contact. Please look at this number. Can you see clearly?
Yeah.
That you dial it, not on that number, please. Let me have this telephone. Dial it on this telephone so that we can talk to him. Barrister, are you okay with those questions? You're getting your right answers, right?
Yeah, yes, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we're trying to get across to Kogi State right now. We're going to be we're connecting to Kogi State right now. Once I get him online, I will get across to you immediately. Hello. Good afternoon. This afternoon, my name na Engineer Ibrahim. This is advocacy from Abuja, the Jagaban Talakawa Italawa. How are you, sir? I got you. Thank you very much. This is great. You are live with me on air. Everybody's watching or they are listening. I have Ambassador Isaac here. I have General Magada with me, the microphone general, the public analysis. I have Reverend Dr. Bartholomew Abochenu with us online. I have Barrister George Inwanyanwu, who is our barrister from the human right angle, straight triangle of justice. So we want to welcome you officially. We've had much of you in Kogi State, and Alhaji Brian Rufus, the Kogi State coordinator, forwarded your name to us and give us your contribution so far and what you are ready to offer to the masses in terms of this advocacy in Nigeria. So we were actually making argument that look, anybody that must work for this advocacy must be a credible person, must have an office, must have somewhere we can say, go here and lay your complaint. Let us do it rightly this time around. So you're welcome, sir. You may introduce yourself and then tell us one or two about yourself so that others who are here are listening to you. God bless you. Alekwi Hofadania. Hmm. Mm. 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 Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Amen. Amen. Thank you very much, sir. This advocacy is for all, and it will not take your time at all because we have decided to work seamlessly and introduce technology to the system and make it softer for people to benefit from what we are doing. We are happy for picking us our call and also introducing yourself and believing in what GBB is doing. We must speak for the people and we must put an end to this long-standing saga in the grant ecosystem. This is why we are working together. And God will bless you as you accept the responsibility of serving the masses. Other information will be communicated to you properly via the right channel, and then the time of our program where we can be working together. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. Thank you very much for considering your work. Thank you. God bless you, sir. All right. Well, that's a good one. Barrister, you are there, right?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, fine. That's our coordinator from Kogi State on the advocacy, is Barrister Samuel Onu, a very retired civil servant, and he's willing to contribute his expertise. His fear was whether he is going to have the time, but now that the system has been changed remotely and everything is going fine, so he's willing to go with us in that direction. And Reverend Dr. Bartholomew Agbochen seems to agree with all the terms you have presented so far. I think at my end here, I want to say thank you very much for your time, and then hope that before next week, Tuesday, will have a positive answer to how the people can assess the documentation that is required of them for the onward delivery to the right offices. General, what do you think?
Well, it's kudos all the way because at the end of the day, all things being equal, we're going to have, we will not be having, old wine in new wine skin.
That's
We'll
right.
have new wine in new wine
skin. That's true.
Yeah.
So, Barrister, over to you. So you can advise us so that we can wind up this time around. We are 1 hour, 10 minutes already. We must not finish the 2 hours because of the importance of the program. We shift the remaining one to next week, Tuesday, as usual. So give us a closing remark so that we can wind down the studio.
I thank you, Mr. Ambassador Isaac, and also Barrister Samuel, that came with me, and all the audience listening. I appreciate all of that. However, my point, I take this way. We are doing everything to make sure that this data will have it and be able to present it. And I believe that the system that have been assigned to get all the things ready are doing their best. But some of them are not too good to see how this thing can be ascertained. On my own side, I have a duty as a lawyer, a practicing lawyer, who also have the interest for the people. I am not an open person, but based on the way they have been here, they are doing their best, possibly on or before Tuesday or some days after. We may have something to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Barrister. Viewers all over the world, this is Advocacy from Gbb, Jagaban Talakawa Italawa, the voice of the grassroots people that communicates with the central government, and assuring the government that we know as a citizen that the government cannot do it all. And we must contribute our quotas, no matter how small or how little it is, if we balance the ship and move our economy forward. Gbb is for everybody. It's your platform to cry to. Do have a lovely afternoon. In the next 1 hour, we are going to have a Gbb Jolly Hour where we listen to reggae music and then we boost the hope of Nigeria through the music gifts that we have. Thank you very much. Isaac, God bless you for remaining with us. We have come to the end of today's program, and the remaining audios will be disseminated to the platform for circulation. Thank you and thank God for today. Alequi of Adania, Ball Gloria Original.